We're going to take a look at drawing our title blocks. We're going to create an inch title block, A size, and we're going to create a millimeter title block. Okay, if you go to your home here and we go down to week October 5th, you'll see a title block PDF. Okay, and that will be all the instructions that I'll be going over now. Okay, so if you want to download that, you can use that to go along with me. Okay, so we're going to go into Inventor, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new, and I'm going to start off with my inch first. I'm going to go to English. Okay, now I'm going to go to Drawing. And drawing is the one that's going to have the border and the title block on it. Now we can do either one, either the IDW or the DWG. And IDW is only used in Inventor. DWG can be used with other drafting. We're going to take ANSI inch IDW and pick create. Okay, you'll see that we get a title block and a great big border. Okay, so we're going to use that to create our new one. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is right here where it says ANSI large. We're going to right click on it and we're going to pick delete. Okay, because we don't want that large one anymore. Okay, so we're left with the title block. I mean the border. Okay, if you right click on the sheet and go down to edit sheet, okay, we can scale this up or down to whatever size we want. By default, when we open that, it's going to go to a D size. Okay, if we want, we can make that an A size. Okay, or a B size, or whatever we want. Okay, I'm then going to go up here to where it says Drawing Resources, open up the plus. I'll go to Title Blocks, and you'll see I have ANSI A. Okay, see ANSI A, I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to pick Edit. Okay, that is the default title block that is there, and you'll see it's quite a mess, and we'll look at how we're going to fix that. Okay, but the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to delete all that. Okay, now the really neat thing about drawing on this and drawing our title block is that it really doesn't matter where we put it on the drawing. When we're finished it and when we call up inside with our border, it'll put it in the right place. Okay, so we're going to start off and I'm just going to draw our title block. Okay, so again, if you look at the first page of the PDF, you'll see that there are two title blocks there. Okay, the first one is in inches, the second one is in millimeters. We're going to draw the inch one, okay, and then we're going to use that and we're going to export it or copy it over to a millimeter, and it's going to automatically update our dimensions for us. All right, so let's get started and we will draw our title block. I'm going to start drawing now, so I'm going to go up to line. And I'm just going to start, and you can start anywhere you want. I'm just going to start at the bottom left hand corner, and again I can put it anywhere that I want. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to click right here. I'm going to drag it straight across, and I'm going to type in 1.5. I'm going to keep dragging. I'm going to go 2.75. Again, I'm going to keep dragging it this way. I'm going to go 0.5, and then I'm going to go one more, and I'm going to go, let's see if an error is 3.25. Okay, which brings me to there. I'm going to go straight up, and I'm going to go up 0.3, 0.3, 0.52, 0.38. And I'm going to go all the way straight across to line up with that end line. Get my dotted line. I'm going to go down, go over to here. I'm going to pick OK. Oops, didn't go far enough, so I'm going to delete that one. And I'm going to draw a line from here to the right place this time. And I'm going to go there and pick OK. Alright, now I'm going to draw a line at this 1.5 straight up. I'm going to repeat the line. I'm going to go where the 2.75 is straight up. Okay, where the 0.5 is, I'm only going to go up to this 0.3 right here. Okay, I'm going to draw another line, and that is going to be from this line over to here, from this line to here. I should probably finish this one, so from here to here, another line from here to here. Okay, I'm then going to draw a line from here to here. Okay, I'm going to offset that. I'm going to take off the loop select, and I'm going to offset this line here. Hit enter, and I'm going to go up 0.3. I'm going to pick this line, hit enter, and go up 0.3, and then pick OK. Alright, so now I should have my title block all set up, and now we're going to put in our text. Now, one thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to move these out of the way. Okay, put them over here so they're out of our way. Okay, I do need one more line. Okay, and that is over here, so I'm just going to go to line. Okay, and then put it right about here and go up one to there. Then I'm going to dimension from this line to that line, and that is going to be 1.375. Okay, and that should be our complete title block. Okay, now we'll put the text in there. I'm going to start my text over here in this, and I'm going to put my tolerance block. So I'm going to go up to text. I'm going to come down a little bit here, and I'm just going to make a box here so it's going to fit inside that text. Okay, I'm going to change my text size to 0.095, and I'm going to type in tolerances unless, and then noted, no TED. I'm going to hit enter there, and I'm going to put dot XXX. Hit this little down arrow over here, and there's my symbols. I'll do plus or minus 0.005 space .XX plus or minus 0.01. Enter. I'll put fractional plus or minus 1/64, and I'll put angular plus or minus 1, and then find degree symbol. Okay, now I want to highlight these because I want that centered in there, so I'm going to highlight them. I could have done this first. I'm going to pick center, and I'm going to pick OK. I'm going to hit escape, and I'm going to move this down just so it's centered kind of nice there. Alright, slide over this way, and what we're going to use now is we're going to allow the system to fill in some of our information. Okay, like our name, the date, the scale. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put drawn by. I'm going to go to text, and I'm going to put pretty close to the end and close to the center. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I'm going to pick there my text height is 0.125. Okay, now I want this to be middle justification. Okay, now I'm going to put DWG space. Now I'm going to go up here where this little tag is here, and if I hit this down arrow, here are things that we can have it automatically fill in. Okay, depending on the model, the drawing properties, the sheet, we can have it prompt us for text. If they're doing piping, physical properties, and sheet metal. Okay, so for the name, we're going to make it who's ever doing this drawing. So we're going to pick on drawing and author. That's what we want. Now we have to hit this little thing right here which puts it into there. And we pick OK. And now it will put drawing and it will put the author. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is our date. So I'll go up to text again. And I'm going to just try to line it up a little bit there. I'm going to make sure I pick middle. Okay, and I'm going to put date, colon, and then I'm going to pick for the date, I'm going to pick the drawing that we're doing. And I hit that down there, and here's all the things we can do, and I'm going to put creation date. And I'm going to add that. Okay, now once I get that, I'm going to hit escape, and if I click on this little purple dot there, I can line it right up with the one above it, so that we're in pretty much of a nice straight line there. Let's continue up to text. Again, we'll just line that up a little bit there, and make sure I put the middle justification. Text is right, and this is going to be checked by. I'm going to put CHK, and then again I'm going to pick the drawing, and then checked by, and add that. Pick OK. I'm going to go back to text. I'm going to go right to here. This time I'm not going to change my justification, and this is going to be MATL for material. And then I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to put the material under there. Now I'm not sure if it has, the box has it there or the drawing has it there, but I'm going to do it that way anyway. Now this time I want it to be the model. Okay, and I want the text that's in the model. So I'm going to pick properties model, and then I'm going to put material. And there is material, and I'm going to add that, and you'll see it puts it underneath there. And I'll pick OK. I'm going to hit escape, and I'm going to line these guys up. There's that one lined up. I'll line up. I might want to move this up a little bit. Whatever looks nice. Okay, and I'm going to continue. Okay, now I'm going to put our company name. So I'm going to go to text. Okay, and this time I'm going to draw a box because I want it centered in there. Okay, and I'm going to put middle and center, and this text I want to be 200. It's going to be bigger, 0.2. Now I could put the properties from a drawing, so that's what I would normally do if I were doing this for a living, because I would add that every time. Okay, but in our case it's always going to be us. Okay, so I'm going to type in Camden County College. Okay, and then pick OK, and it centers it kind of nice. And if we're not centered, we'll fix it. Okay, now I'll do the title, the text here, and I'm going to put it somewhere around there. Okay, again, we can move these anytime we want. Okay, and this is going to be the title of the model. Okay, because sometimes we're going to make this a bunch of sheet sets, and we don't want it necessarily to be the title of this drawing, but we do want it to be the title of our model. And when we get into making drawing files, we'll talk about that some more. Okay, and then we want to pick title. Whoops, I'm sorry. I want to go here and want to type in title. Oops, and a colon. I'm going to hit enter. Model, title, insert it, pick OK. Okay, and that looks pretty good. so I'll just leave it there. Okay, if I make a mistake anytime, just hit escape. I can right click. If I need to change the size, remember I need to highlight everything. Okay, the next that we're going to have is our sheet size, which is down here. So I'm going to go to text. I'm going to put it like there, and I'm going to make this centered, and I think that's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to put over here, I'm going to put size. I'm going to hit enter, and now for this I want to pick our sheet properties, and that is our sheet size, and I'm going to add that and pick OK. Alright, now I might want to move that up just a little bit. Okay, let us continue. Okay, one thing to notice here that I didn't mention is if when we put our variable here, if it doesn't fit like this one doesn't, it's okay, because when I put that in there, it's either going to be A, B, C, D, so it's going to fit inside there. Alright, let's do our next one, and our next one is going to be our drawing number. Again, I'm going to try to center that a little bit, probably there, and I'll put middle justification, and this one I'll put DWG and O, and then a colon. Oops, so it's not put a quote there. And on this one I'm going to put the drawing, and then I'm going to put the file name, and I'm going to add that. Pick OK. Next one here is going to be our scale. Go to text, center that up a little bit there, and type in, let's see, I want that center justified as well. I'm going to put scale, colon. Now this time I want to put our drawing, and I want to put our initial scale. And somewhere there is initial scale here, except I want to put sheet properties, and then I want initial scale. Pick OK, and that is good there. I'm going to hit escape, and I'm going to line that guy up with the one above it. Then that looks good. Now I need my sheets. I'm going to go to text. I'm going to pick again, try to get it even there. Okay, and I'm going to put sheet. Okay, and here I'm going to put sheet properties, and I'm going to put sheet number and add that. So it's going to be sheet something of. Now this is weird because I don't need sheet properties again. I need to put it in drawing properties, and here in drawing properties I have number of sheets. I add that, and I pick OK. Now I forgot to, so if I go here, highlight everything, and middle justified again, that'll move it up to the right spot. Again, I can take here and line this one up so it lines up pretty much even with that one, and probably that is pretty good. Okay, so we should be good there. I think we've got everything there. Everything looks good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to finish the sketch. It says want to save the edits to ANSI A. Well, I'm not going to screw with theirs, so I'm going to pick save as, and I'm going to pick this as a size inch template, and I'm going to pick save. Okay, now you see that it doesn't show up. Okay, I got to go up here to title blocks. You'll see it's right here, and I double click on it. Now if I were doing this for a living, okay, this is what I would do. I would go up here to File, and I would go to Save As, and I would save it as a template. Now you'll see that it automatically, it's going to put it under templates, okay, where our templates are for this, for our system. Okay, I don't want us to do that because I don't want everybody to save it if it's not on their own computer. So what I'm going to do is, it's a little convoluted, but I'm going to pick File, and I'm just going to pick Save As, and I'm going to call it, okay, a DWG file. So I'm going to call this title, I can't spell title block A size inches, and save it. So now when I'm going to use my title block, what I'm going to do is, instead of starting new, I'm going to go and open. Okay, so let me actually go here, close that, and I'm going to go to open. Okay, now I have to remember where I saved it. Now I noticed that I saved it under project, and here is the A, or title block A size inches, and pick open. Now what I have to remember to do now, that's very important, is to save it as something else right now. Okay, because if I start putting my drawing on here, okay, and then save it, it's going to save it as the title block A size inches. So right away I want to go here, and I want to go to Save As. Now I'm just going to call this test drawing. Okay, let's make it all the same and call it test drawing. Okay, so now you'll see that some of the title block is filled out, the date is filled out because that's part of here. Okay, my name is there, I need to fix that. That is the way I installed it. Okay, here is the drawing number, which is test drawing.dwg, and this is sheet 1 of. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new drawing to show you how we're going to do this. Now I'm going to go over this again later. Okay, but I'm just going to start a standard part. Okay, and I'm just going to make a real quick drawing. I'm going to make a rectangle. Okay, and pick OK. I'm going to put a hole in the middle of it. Okay, just make it something nice and easy, and I'm going to extrude that. Okay, and I'll extrude that a 1/2 inch. Why not 0.5? Pick OK. Let's put some fillets on it. Whoops. Put some fillets on it, and let's put them all on it. We'll pick OK. Alright, and then some of them we couldn't get, so I'm just going to go here to fillet, and I'll do that side and that side, and pick OK. Okay, so I have a drawing here. I'm going to pick File, and I'm going to pick Save As. It's going to save it as an IPT, and I'm going to call this test drawing. Okay, and I can call it the same thing as the other one because it's going to make it an IPT. Okay, now when I have my template open here, I'm going to pick Base. Now I'm going to go over this again in later detail. Okay, what I want to do is just show you how this works. So don't worry if you don't quite get this. I'm going to go to Base. It will automatically pick the last one I did. To make this a little bit bigger and make it 2:1. It could be 3:1. Yeah, we'll make it 3:1. We'll put that there. We'll put a side view there, and we'll put one up there. Pick OK. We'll move these around to where we want them. I might want to move this guy a little bit. Okay, so we have that there. Okay, now what I want to do is I want the rest of the stuff to be filled in. Okay, on my IPT part, I'm going to go up here to the name, and right click on it, and I'm going to go to iProperties. Okay, and here will give us all the properties of this, and I need to fill in some of the information. So I'm going to go to Summary. The first thing it's going to be is the title, and I'm going to call this test part. Okay, and I'm going to change that to me. Okay, if I want to, I can put Camden County College here. I don't need to, but I would do this if I hadn't filled that in. the project. Okay, the part number, maybe this is P0001. I what stock number description is. It's a drawing. Can't spell drawing, but if I could, okay, put revision number, designer, you can change that if you want. And then I can go here to physical, and I can pick the material. Here's all my materials that are available to me. So let's make this 6061 aluminum, and I'll pick OK, and I'll pick save. Now when I go back to my drawing here, you'll see that now, okay, the aluminum is filled in, okay, the scale is filled in, okay. Now some of these were part of this drawing, so again, if I go up here, right click and go down to iProperties, the summary, okay, I'm going to leave that alone. The authors, and change the author to Dolan, okay, and the project, I'm okay there. Go to status, and I can put check by, and I'll just make up a name and I'll pick OK. Now you see that everything is created there. Now sometimes we might not be using an A-size drawing. Let's say that we wanted this to be a B-size drawing. Okay, I can right click, go down to edit sheet, I can change this to a B-size, pick OK. Now I just move these around to where they would fit better, and you'll notice that now I have a B-size here, and that it automatically fit the title block in there. Now no matter what size I pick for the sheet, if I go here and make this, okay, an F size, which is a gigantic piece of paper, you'll see that our title block fits there, and it's been already filled in for what I want. Okay, so again, I wanted this to be an A size. Okay, now I have to move everything back again and put them where I want. Again, now make sure, don't be too concerned. I did that very quickly, but we'll be going over how to put drawings on there and what to do with that. Okay, now we're going to start taking a look, or we're going to take a look at creating our millimeter drawing. Now we have most of it done because we have our title block drawn, so that'll make everything much easier. First thing I want to do is I want to open up a metric template, so I'm going to pick new, and I'm going to go down to metric, and under drawing, again, I can pick an IDW or DWG, it doesn't matter really which one I pick, and I'm going to pick this one. So I got kind of like what I had last time. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to delete the ANSI large. I'm going to go into drawing properties, I'm going to go to title blocks, ANSI A, right click, and I'm going to pick edit. There is their sheet. I'm going to delete that. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the one that we did, okay, the test drawing, and I'm going to go to the title blocks and my A-size template, right click and pick edit, and now I'm just going to take this, highlight it all, right click and pick copy. Okay, I can pick finish and say no, so I'm done with that. Go back into here, right click. Okay, I'm back in my metric, and I pick paste. Okay, let me see what I did wrong there. Okay, A-size template, edit, right click, copy. Let's go back to drawing. Let's not close this yet. Right click and pick paste. Okay, so I shouldn't have closed that one. Now you'll notice that all my numbers here are metric. Okay, it automatically converted my drawing to metric. Now we need to make some changes for this. Like right here, these are decimal inches. So I'm going to double click on it, and I'm going to change this like on page 7. Okay, I'm going to change this to as noted, and I'm going to put in millimeters. Okay, And I'm going to fix this guy up a little bit here, and I've got x plus or minus, whoops, I want to undo that, I want to go back there, delete that, go plus or minus right there, and I'm going to put for plus or minus is, for 1 is 2.5, hit a space, and then I'll do x point x plus or minus, and this one's going to be 0.25, another space, and this one here is going to be x dot xx plus or minus 0.13. These are all typical. Okay, I'm going to get rid of fractional. Okay, I'm going to put a space here so that angular goes on the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to pick OK. Alright, so now we have that done, and I think everything else is going to be the same. I'll pick Finish Sketch. I'll pick Save As, and I'm going to call this Title Block A size. K's and A size. S-A-Z-E millimeters. Pick Save. Oh, back to here. Double click on there. There is our size. I'll change my sheet. Okay, to an A size. Okay, now I have my millimeters. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I need to change some of my dimensioning, because the difference between ISO and ANSI, again, which we will get into later. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, our settings for our drawing is under Manage, and you'll see Styles Editor. I'll open up that. Okay, so you'll see that we're using the default ANSI standard millimeters. I'm going to go down to dimension. Default is going to be millimeters ANSI. Okay, I want linear to be millimeters. I want it to be a period. Okay, for linear I want the precision to be 0. Okay, because I don't want anything right there right now. Okay, for the angular I'm going to make that 0 as well. Okay, we also have alternate units if we're going to use them. We can have how it's displayed. We can put how we put our text. Okay, and we can put for the text here under linear. Okay, the difference is with the ANSI system, with the ISO standard, it puts the vertical dimensions going in the same direction. We want that to be different. So notice where it says vertical dimensions vertical, we want those to be horizontal. Okay, so I'm going to pick on inline horizontal. Okay, and basically I think that's probably all we want to do right now. I'll pick Save and Close. I'll go now to File, Save As. Okay, and I want to call this, let's see if I make this a DWG file. Okay, and last one was Title Block A. I'm just lazy, and I'll change this to millimeters. I'll put 2 M's there, and I will save that. Okay, so now again, if I want to make a metric drawing, I open up millimeters. Okay, and actually I don't see much difference because it's the same drawing. Okay, again, if I were doing the drawing now, I would change everything in my eye properties. Okay, alright, so you are going to draw, if you haven't done it now, an A size millimeters and inch drawing, and you're going to submit them in Canvas. Okay, that is